Hello dear students, in this class we are going to learn a topic dense connective tissues. Students, dense connective tissues is different from loose connective tissues that studied earlier. The loose connective tissues, the dominance of the fibroblast in the matrix, especially the cell dominant over the matrix, as well as collagen fiber. But in dense connective tissues, the collagen fiber are dominant over the cell. The fiber dominant over the cell and matrix. The dense connective tissues are classified in three categories. First is called white fibrous tissues, second is a tendon, third is a ligament. First is a tendon. Tendon is the part of the dense connective tissues. Here the collagen fiber are densely arranged. Fiber are arranged made up of collagen fiber The fibrocytes that are present in this are present in it in a definite rows. That means you can say it is parallel to the fibroblast. The diagram, like you can say, this is a fibroblast made up of collagen fiber, and the fibrocyte cells, this is a fibrocytes that are arranged in definite rows. This one is a collagen fiber and this is a fibroblast cell that are present in definite rows. Here the tendons are help in the attaching of skeletal muscle to bone. In previous class it was mistake that I have told that the tendons help in the attachment of bone to bone. This was wrong. Here skeletal muscle, especially the voluntary muscles, help to attachment with bone. By this contraction and relaxation, skeletal muscles, the body undergoes locomotion as well as movement. So this one is a tendon. The second important tissues is called ligament. Ligament is one of the tissues. Here the fibers generally made up of elastin fiber. Ligament, here the fiber generally made up of elastin fiber. Here the fibroblasts are not arranged. Fibroblasts are loosely arranged. You can say it is not arranged parallel to the fiber. it is loosely arranged. It is not arranged parallel to the fiber. The third one is here fibrous site are loosely arranged. That means you can say it is scattered. What? It is scattered. Which one? The ligament. Ligament is scattered, and fiber are generally irregularly arranged. In ligament help to join attach bone to bone. Ligament help to attach bone to bone. You can understand this by a diagram. Is called suppose this is a hand. The muscles present on the body, this is the around the hand, this is a muscle, and this is the ligaments. This is suppose this is a one bone of hand, this is another bone, and the bone to bone attached with the help of ligament, and that are muscles that are attached with bone is called tendon. So this one is a tendon which attach skeletal muscle to bone, and this is a ligament attach bone to bone, and this is a muscle to bone. So this one is a work of tendon and ligaments. Ligament, tendon help to hold bone as well as provide movement to the bodies. Now the third important connective tissues, dense connective tissue is white fibrous tissue. White fibrous tissue. This is under topic dense connective tissue of connective tissues. This is a white fibrous tissue. Third, white fibrous tissues. White fibrous tissue. The white fibrous tissue consists of row of fibroblast. Consists of row of fibroblast. It is a type of cell. Fibroblast. It is a type of cells that are present in this connective tissue is called white connective tissue, and it is present generally. It is present between skeletal bone. It is present between the skeletal bone. Suppose our skeletal bone, especially not skeletal, skull bone. Skull bone. In skull bone, the different bones like frontal, parietal, temporal, and occipital. These bones are present, and all these bones are joined together. Especially head shutters, it is joined together with the help of white fibrous tissues. It consists of row of fibroblast as well as collagen fiber. So this one is a help in the attachment of the skull bone. It is extensible, a non-extensible fiber. Means if they are fixed bone, the bone are not movable, not possible to separate easily. It is a fixed non-extensible type. It is a non-extensible fibers, collagen fibers, and make the joint almost immovable. Make the joints, especially the bone of skull joints, are immovable. Especially if they are fixed between the bone, skull bone, the skull bone are not able to move. This is immovable. The white fibrous tissue also present in the perichondrium region. Perichondrium Perichondrium especially, it is a outer layer of the, it is outer covering of the cartilage. Especially it is also present in the, it is also present in the perichondrium, perichondrium region. Perichondrium region. Outer perichondrium region. So this one is a white fibrous tissue, and students, you can compare, make a chart like what is a tendon, ligament and white fibrous tissue. Is any type of fibrous difference, like which type of fiber they have, either they have collagen fiber, elastin fiber, they are arranged or not arranged. Fibroblast cell are present in arranged or non-arranged form, or in more quantities or in less quantities. Okay, so this one is a fibers where the fiber is predominant over the matrix as well as cell, but in loose the cell are predominant over the matrix as well as fiber. This is a basic difference between two. You know that I already explained you that the difference between the what is what different type of cells connective tissue made up of. I told you three type of cells, three type of materials, like first is a cell, second is a matrix, and third is a fibers. Especially all these three help in the formation of the connective tissues. Especially in the connective tissues, generally connective tissues, it is a loose connective and dense connective, and what is the basic difference, and what is a tendon, what is a ligament, how tendon help in the attaching of the bone to the muscles, muscle to bone, and ligament help in bone to bone, and white fibrous help to attach the skeletal skull muscle. Now the second important topic I am going to explain in this. The second important topic is, other than these connective tissues, supportive connective tissue. Supportive connective tissue. So this one is a bone, and blood and lymph also removed here. Now supportive connective tissues. It is of two types, bone and cartilage. Bone and cartilage. Especially the supportive connective tissues provide support to the body part, provide shape and support to the body part. Body parts are body. Students, so assume that if any individual's body no have any bone, what will be the shape of the body? No shape, size, structure of the body. Now by the presence of this bone as well as cartilage in the body, provide a fixed dimension, fixed shape, size, structure to the body. So in this tissue, supportive connective tissue is called provide shape and support to the body and body parts as well as body. The supportive connective tissues are classified into the bone as well as in cartilage. First is bone. Bone generally made up of cells called osteocyte. So the study of bone is called, under branch of biology is called osteology. Okay, osteology. Here a protein is found, is called ossein protein. If you are talking about the structure of the bone, this is the structure of bone. In between the bone, fluid filled cavities and cellular material are found, is called bone marrow. If you take a section of the bone, this is a cell, and this is a in between the bone, the spaces present between this is a bone. Suppose a take section from this zone, this is a bone cell called osteocyte. Student, this topic you will also learn in the chapter skeletal muscle of the human physiology. Sorry, skeletal muscle nahi, skeletal system. This is a cell called osteocyte. Osteocyte. This is a Haversian canal where the neurons and blood vessels travel through this site. Haversian canal, and outer layer canaliculi. This is around the osteocyte. So this one is a part, a section view of, you can say a sectional view. A sectional view, here a part, cellular part. The bone cell and this is the outer layer, peritoneum. Especially this part of the bone is compact and this part of bone is generally loose. Okay, the bone are of two types, loose as well as compact bone. What will be the difference between loose and compact bone, we will discuss later. But here you can see the diagram of the part of bone. Bone is also living tissues where the blood supply of blood takes place. In between the bone marrow is found, and this bone marrow is made up of red and white, yellow bone marrow, and this bone marrow help in the formation of blood cells, especially the hemopoiesis. What will be the bone? The bone basically a solid and calcified part. Solid and calcified. Why calcified? Because it is made up of materials of calcium. Especially it is a 65% of the calcium salt in the form of calcium phosphate. And this calcium phosphate present in the bone that provide extra toughness to the bone. The small amount of sodium, magnesium, potassium, chloride, fluoride is also present. Calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, fluoride are also present in it. Students, the phosphate of carbonate and calcium and magnesium, the phosphate of calcium and magnesium provide extra hardness, to the bone. The phosphate of calcium and magnesium provide extra hardness to the bone. The matrix contain protein called osine. The matrix of the bone contain protein called osine, and this osine protein present between osteocyte cells. Then students, what will be the function of bone? Provide shape, size to the body, especially it provide the locomotions as well as movement to the body. Bone help different way. To the body. This one is a different part of the bone. Detail about the bone will discuss later, especially in next chapters. You can see not next chapter, in the chapter of human physiology of skeletal system. I'm not going to discuss detail about that, but what is a peritoneum? Peritoneum is the outermost covering of the bone. This is osteocyte cell, is the bone, osteocyte cells. This is a canalicle. Canalicle is the important part that present around the osteocyte cells, especially each lacuna having a cytoplasmic extension. This cytoplasmic extension is known as canalicle, and this canalicle which pass through the lamellae and which help in the connection with the other lacunae. Other lacunae, especially the other osteocyte cells lacunae. So this one is a different part of the bone. Now students, the second important part of the supportive connective tissue is cartilage. Cartilage is same, also provide structural support to the body, but some body part not having bone, it is having cartilage. Now, the basic difference between bone and cartilage having made up of a cell called chondrocyte. What type of cells? Chondrocyte. Especially a protein found in the cartilage is called chondrine. And chondrine proteins provide flexibilities to the bone, flexibility to the cartilage. What they provide? They provide flexibility to the cartilage. This chondrine not provide extra toughness to the cartilage, so it provide only flexibilities. The cartilage is found in the which body part? It's found in the some body part like the trachea of the humans, as well as it is found in the ear also. Ear is also having a cartilage, that is a flexible part, but it is a supportive framework. It is also work as a supportive framework to the body. It resists the extra, you can say that it is also shock absorber, especially if any type of stroke given or shock given to the body part, it can be absorbed easily, means no effect done on the body. It consists of semi and solid and semi-solid matrix which are present in the cartilage, and it also made up of chondrine proteins as well as some fiber is also present like white fiber tissues. Okay, so this one is a cartilage. The structure of cartilage, you can see this is a outermost layer, this is a row of cell that present below the upper layer, and a cell present in the inner surface also, inner part also. This is a cartilage. This is a outermost layer as like periosteum, it is a perichondrium. Perichondrium. This one is also fibroblast. This is a present just below the perichondrium. It's called, sorry, not fibro. This is a chondro because this is present in the cartilage. It is called chondroblast. Chondroblast, and cells are present in this is called chondrocyte. Chondrocyte. These all are nucleated cells. Nucleated cells. Nucleated cells called chondrocytes. Especially, suppose this is a chondrocyte cell. If you prepare a large diagram, this is a chondrocyte. Chondrocyte, and this is a nucleus present in them, and this is a membrane. This is a membrane, nucleus, and chondrocyte. These all cells are found inside the. These all things are found inside the cartilage. Due to loosely arranged cell and no deposition of extra calcium carbonate and phosphate in this, it not having a hardness as like bone. It is a soft part and it is a flexible. It is a flexible part of the flexible part of the body. The cartilage enclosed in the sheet of white fibrous tissues called perichondrium. It is also made up of white fibrous tissue. White fibrous tissue. Especially if you see the cartilage, then it is appear white externally, but if they are present in the body, rich of blood vessels, due to this it appear red, but here it is a white generally. At initial of rubbing you can see the white fibrous tissue, especially perichondrium made up of. The perichondrium made up of white fibrous tissues. Okay, the white fibrous, what is white fibrous tissue you have learned earlier already. The next perichondrium layer is called chondroblast. This is a chondroblast cell. Chondroblast, it is a next one after that is called chondrocyte, and it is present in the matrix region. This is a matrix region where chondrocyte present, and this chondrocytes is the cell of the cartilage. Now students, protein is found in this is called chondrine, and depending upon the nature of the matrix as well as nature of the matrix, what is the nature of matrix, the cartilage is further classified into the three categories like hyaline cartilage, elastic and fibrous cartilage. Students, I am not going to discuss about the hyaline, elastic as well as fibrous cartilage. This point will learn in at the time of discussion of the next discussion of the skeletal system of the human as well as human. Then at that time it was possible to discuss hyaline cartilage, elastic and as well as fibrous cartilage. Then this is the important part and difference between what is the hyaline cartilage, where they are found, okay, what is the elastic cartilage, and what is the location of elastic cartilage in the body. It will discuss at the time of discussion of human skeletal system. Now, the next to the supportive connective tissue, next topic will be that discuss later in next class is fluid connective tissues. Fluid connective tissues. Thank you, dear student.